and of course we'll be having more turtles next week on our special Christmas Going Live. But still to come this morning, we have Pauline and Linda from Birds of a Feather. We have the final result of stage 1, and now it's this.
It's book it time once again. Paula Danziger back in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
What are we going to do today?
Are you ready for this? We're going to do the classics. Now, Philip, I know that's the reaction, but give it a chance.
Yeah?
Honestly, yeah, really. You know, we hear that, we say, oh, the classics is something to puke over. I know that. I remember, I used to be a teacher. I remember those days. Oh, no, not again. No, give me a chance. I'll tell you about some wonderful classics.
Okay, good. All right, what's this one here first?
This is the beginning. This is not yet a classic. It will be someday, but it deals with classics. Remember all the old nursery rhymes when you were little? Mm-hmm. This is The Jolly Postman of Other People's Letters. I'm going to read to you, really. It's a good book for younger children. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away with a letter for the 3 bears. And there's the envelope.
Right.
And in here, only I took it out, is the letter.
Oh, that's clever.
Isn't that wonderful? Let me read it to you. Goldilocks is a terrible speller, by the way. I don't know whether you're a good speller. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear, I'm very sorry indeed that I came into your house and ate Baby Bear's porridge. Mommy says that I'm a bad girl. I hardly eat any porridge when she cooks it, she says. Daddy says he'll mend the little chair. Love from Goldilocks. P.S. Baby Bear can come to my party if he likes. There will be 3 kinds of jelly. And a conjurer. I thought that was like a strange English word, but I think we're talking magician here.
And the great thing about this book is that it's full of supposed letters that would have been sent to
wonderful.
Mythical and also nursery.
Cinderella.
Cinderella. There's also the Mr. Big Bad Bear in there.
Yes.
That's a terrific
3 Little Pigs Esquires themselves.
I love that. It's a great book.
Wonderful.
So that may be a classic in the future. So the ones that are classics now, these are the ones that you get to at school and you think, oh no, not again, I'm going to fall asleep. What makes them good then? Let's go through the ones that you've got.
Well,
here.
I chose Swallows and Amazons, which I'd never heard of. I keep calling it Sparrows and Avocados, but it is Swallows and Amazons. And it's about these kids. I've just visited the Lake District, so I know how beautiful it is. I'd never really seen it that way. And it's about these kids who are allowed to go. I don't think it could happen today with safety and everything. But in the old days, out on their boat and spend a week on an island. Their parents just let them do that. And they spend a week and they have all sorts of adventures and fights with each other and they capture things. There's one child with a very unfortunate nickname, however.
What's that?
Don't ask.
What's that?
Well, it's Titty. That's her name. It's, I personally wouldn't have chosen it, but that's her name.
I can't believe that.
I know. That's a sad fact. Poor child. But Swallows and Amazons is a good book.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
moving on
excellent.
here are the March Sisters. I carefully avoided this, I would have to say.
Oh, it's a shame. Little Women.
Yeah.
Truly, Sarah and I were talking about it. We both decided that we wanted to be Jo March when we were growing up. There was no question. You could really be the boy next door, Laurie. You could.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely. There are 4 sisters. There's Meg, who's almost too good to be true. I know, it's a little bit hard. Jo, who's just wonderful. She's always getting into trouble. She's not doing anything she's supposed to. Beth, who is very sweet. And Amy, who, if there's a mirror, will look in it, dress up all the time, and is always worried about being very proud of herself, which she is all the time. There's certain things about this book that are hard. You've got to get used to the fact that it's a very different time. When they talk about being poor and nothing for Christmas, they're really talking about no money at all, and it opens on Christmas, in fact, and they take care of this family. They give away their breakfast to another family. It's really a good book, and it's a good, fun book, because the kids, even though they don't have a lot of money, do lots of wonderful things. For me, Jo's the one who really makes it work. And I also like Laurie, the boy next door. I think he's a great deal of fun.
So do you think I made a mistake avoiding it when I was at school then?
You know what? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think you should read it because I think you might like it more than you think. Maybe not, though.
Okay.
I mean,
no, I believe you.
Truth. I like it, but the next book is the one that no matter what, if you didn't read this, you absolutely should read.
Pride and Prejudice.
Now, did you tell me the truth?
Yes.
Did you avoid it, or did you read it? Be honest, come on.
I half avoided it. I half avoided it.
What,
I mean,
you
it's
saw
the
the
half truth. Yeah.
I knew that. Oh, no, it's there. I knew it. Bad. No, you really should read this book. It is one of the best books ever. I really believe this. It's about these 5 sisters. The mother's always trying to marry them off. Always. She's one of those really embarrassing mothers. You know, the kind that always comes up and says the stupidest things and always pushes you out to do things, and the girls are really appalled, most of them. The oldest daughter falls in love with this guy, really just falls for him. And everything's going really well, and they think they're going to get together, and something happens, and the next daughter, Elizabeth, who is the one that I like best, she decides that it's the fault of Mr. Darcy. It's all his doing, and she just thinks that he's just awful. She hates him. That's where the prejudice comes in. Thinks he's so proud and so snotty and just so disgusting. And they've got these younger sisters who are always following the soldiers around, and one of them even runs off with one of the soldiers. Really, see, I told you should have read it.
I made a huge mistake there as well.
This one, really, I'm serious, you should read.
The 3 that we have at the back here, we have to quickly go through these here, and 2 of them I have read, and that's Robinson Crusoe and the Swiss Family Robinson. I've moved my tea out of the way of that one. There we are.
Sorry, would you recommend those?
Yes, I do.
See.
I love these. I love these books. I mean, it's been a long time since I read them, but still, they're still good stuff.
Now, and the one that I love best, too, again, there are differences in what we're going to like, is Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Now, be honest.
Good book.
The book or the film?
Yes. No, the book.
Book, yeah.
Yes.
See?
Yeah. No, that's a fabulous
wonderful
book as well. So, these are the classics, and really it's a case of reading them because you want to read them. Read them because you're determined you're going to enjoy them, and don't read them because it's got school labelled.
Yeah, and the other part of it is that you do have to say, this is a different time. I'm willing to adventure in a different way. I'm willing to go forward and say, this is new to me, and I'm willing to try it. I realize they don't have there are points when I say, well, why didn't she just call her mother up and tell her she was going to be late? Well, there's no telephone. You know, she just couldn't do that. You know, how come they didn't know that? Why wasn't it on the 6 o'clock news? Forget it. So it's just a very different time. And once you're willing to sort of say, I'm willing to go into a different time, there you are. And they're wonderful people. We've talked before about characters you'd really want to know. I think some of them are people you'd really like to know.
Some people would like to know you because a lot of people entered your competition for you to go to their school.
Yes.
And you have the winner there and a runner-up, don't you? Now, they're great prizes, terrific prizes. The first prize, which we'll announce straight away, you get Paula to come to your school. What a wild day that will be. What a wild day. And also you get all these books behind me as well, and all the little bits and pieces. That's a terrific prize. So who won? Of course, what we asked was you have to give us a reason why you should go to the school. Who's the winner?
Sarah Beth Cromer from Aberdeenshire.
Great. Now, we don't have her school, do we?
We don't. She didn't mention it. We don't know how old she is. We don't know how many kids, but I will be coming to the school. Get ready. You don't think they'll try to move the whole school away?
No.
Sorry, Paula, it vanished. And she won because she wrote, I would really like Paula Danziger to come to my school because I want to thank Paula for creating characters that are as real as my friends.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well done. Congratulations, Paula. We'll be coming to your school. We'll be in touch so that we can find out where you are in Aberdeen.
Be ready. Tell me what to wear. You know, tell me what you're wearing so we don't clash.
Now, then, we've got 5 runners-up. You're going to read one there, and I'll just... That was your favourite, and then we'll just read the names of these here.
And then this was very close. This was absolutely very close, and it's from Zoe Bancroft from another...
That's Bromsgrove.
Bromsgrove. Yeah. Okay, good. I would like Paula, now this is a little sad, get ready, be prepared. I would like Paula to come to our school because a fox has eaten our guinea pig named Sweep, and we need cheering up. I'm sorry, but there will be books sent. I know I'm not as good as a guinea pig, but...
These are the books here.
Yes,
these are what the runners-up will win. Just stunning selection of books, and hopefully that will cheer you up, we hope. And we're very, very sorry to hear about the guinea pig. Never mind. We have 4 more runners up here, all who will win books like this whole set. Julie Fitzgerald, who's in Londonderry, congratulations to you. Also Samantha Carey, who's in Reading in Berkshire. Fiorella Tapiazio, which is a lovely name from Bridgewater. And also Caroline Hill from Crosby in Liverpool. Congratulations, your books are on the way. Thank you very much indeed. We will now attempt the classics once more.
Right.
We'll see you soon.
Terrific. See you soon.
Thank you.
And
Have
you're
a great
classic.
Christmas.
And you're a classic.
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Okay, I've got the flying suit. I've got the pilot's shades. I've got the helmet. I could be in the Red Devils. I don't see why Philip gets to do all the daring stuff. I've seen the right stuff. I know what it's about. Come on, Simon, let's show him how it's done.
Okay, Treveran, let's go!
Simon, what are you doing?
OK, Trev, I'm ready. Come on.
What are you wearing?
Well, I've got my devil costume on. Look, it's my devil costume.
What are you doing now?
This is my little devil dance.
Yes, that's very good, isn't it? I meant the Red Devils.
Oh, Trev, why didn't you tell me? You didn't say we were going to play football.
What?
Oh, I'm not prepared at all.
What do you mean football?
Mind you, you're not prepared. You're going to get boiling playing football in that.
What are you talking
The
about?
Red Devils, we're going to play with Manchester United. You didn't tell me. I can't wait.
Simon, the Red Devils. They're a parachute display team.
Oh, from Russia?
No, not from Russia.
Albania?
No. Oh, look, you've blown it now, haven't you?
Oh.
The one chance on the programme that we get to do something daring, a bit action-packed, you know, something a bit less stupid, and look, you come in dressed like that.
Oh, what were you going to do then, Trev?
What?
What were you going to do? What's this impressive thing you're going to do?
Oh, well, it doesn't matter now.
In the studio? What, are you going to jump off the balcony?
Okay,
What are we going to do?
It's time for sound check now with
Well,
Tony.
you ain't going to
Just
jump off a
forget
box,
it,
were you?
really. It doesn't-
Going to jump off a box or something? You
Okay,
could jump off
it's,
this, Trev. Jump off this. That's impressive.
Time for
In the
sound check now
studio.
with Tony Greg.
Check it out. Live, baby, yeah. Now that the day is over, I got a new sensation. Perfect moments, but so impossible to refuse. Sleep, baby, sleep. Now that the night is over, and the sun comes like a god.
13 years, 7 albums, numerous world tours, award ceremonies, they've been to the Grammy Awards. INXS are still going strong. And here we are on a cold November morning, and they're in the middle of their British tour. They were playing last night, and we've just grabbed a couple of hours with them. They've taken a bit of time off, and we're going to go on a boat down the Thames to see the sights of London. What better place to start? Look at it. This is the playground of the rich and the famous. A flat here will cost you about 4.7 million. Chelsea Harbour.
Dream, baby, dream of all that's coming and going, and you will find out in the end there really is no difference.
I remember reading that sort of school finished and you jumped in the back of a truck and you all drove off to Perth. And you had to go across.
Romantic, isn't it?
Oh, it sounds like something out of a film, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you had to
It
cross
is.
all the deserts and so on.
yeah,
Did you
yeah.
like sleep in this
Yeah,
thing and go for days
in
without
fact,
food?
The
And
day that I left school, the day I left home, the day Kirk, where I really
Came
sort of
picked him
only
up.
just knew, picked me up in this red panel van and we drove to Perth together.
And we stopped in the middle of the desert and I sort of built a fire and cooked this Chinese meal in a wok.
where do you find a wok in the desert?
Oh, I took it with me, you see. So I cooked up this Chinese meal.
This guy is insane. He has Tupperware containers with diced vegetables in a wok. The kangaroos are looking at us.
Yeah, this fire in the middle of the desert, 2 guys, you know, cooking Chinese meal in a wok. Must have been pretty strange.
Right, let's just talk very briefly about the new album, X. I was reading, now let's see, I've got it here. It says X is the most cohesive step forward. What is a cohesive step forward then?
Don't ask me, it sounds like journalists talking. It's like a cohesive, I don't know. I mean, I guess what they mean is that a lot of our albums, most of our albums, each type of style we do quite separately. You know, we'll do a bluesy kind of song or a dance song or a ballad. And on this album, I think we've mixed up a lot of styles into each song, you know, so there's a link running throughout all of it. Yeah.
So now you've done that then, is that the
What
last
happens
step?
next?
I mean,
Yeah, maybe this is it.
maybe
Now, the next step will be very, you know, non-cohesive.
So here we are then, we've got Andrew, John and Tim, the 3 brothers of the group. Half the group are related to each other. I mean, you must see this as being some sort of a tactical advantage over the others. Well, it would be if it was the majority, but which it isn't. But that kind of makes it interesting, the fact that the group's divided between brothers and non-brothers. So we can't exactly rule the, you know,
Do you ever try? Do you ever try and get your own way by pulling rank with each other?
No, I think everyone individually tries to get their own points of view across. I mean, it's difficult enough for 6 people sort of blabbering off at each other to sort of get...
Oh, so there are arguments then?
Of course, I mean, all the time.
But is there any more to the family, or is it just the 3 of you? Or...
Yeah, we have a sister, Alison.
Yeah. Alison. She's youngest.
I'm particularly involved in conservation of the ocean, you know, and this lot, a very good example of what can happen if we don't look after our waterways.
Yes, it's a bit mucky down there, isn't it?
Yes, it is a bit. And isn't this the building that Prince Charles was upset about?
This is the South Bank.
Actually.
Yep, the National Theatre and so on.
Right.
What hotel's that?
I don't think we'd stay there. You don't want to stay there, it's a bit rough.
Is that the Intercontinental? Yeah.
You weren't the original singer, what happened?
No, I was kind of the guy that hung around, you know. I was friends with Andrew, and he always had little bands and stuff, and he was the singer in his bands, and then we went through
Another guy.
Another guy, we had another guy.
It was all very loose, and Michael was always hanging around and singing backups in most of those.
So sort of keep him quiet, you thought you'd put him in the group?
Yeah, then we just thought, well, geez, Michael's actually, you know, a very good singer under all that hair. So I gave him a break. No.
They were trying out different drummers. This is before John.
We had tried jazz drummers for a while for some reason. There was a lot of jazz drummers at the time. And we ended up with, we sort of the best drummer in the world sort of sitting in the backyard.
Michael is sort of very much seen in the media as the front man. I mean, how do you feel about that? Don't you worry that you don't get as many sort of photos in the papers and stuff? And how do the rest of you
yeah, sometimes, you know, you think, God, you know, what am I doing this for? And, you know, all the photographers are just shooting Michael or whatever. But, you know, it's just a normal situation with a band, you know, with a lead singer. I mean, you know, it's been the same throughout, I guess, music history.
So there we are, that was 2 hours relaxing with INXS. So I suppose technically it was work really for them, wasn't it? But anyway, it all starts again for them tonight, another sound check, another concert, and then more tomorrow.
Sound check. Check it out.
Terrific that was, wasn't it? And we have a very special sound check next week. Yes, it's Paul McCartney. He is our sound check guest next week on a special Christmas sound check on Christmas Going Live.
This year we've released a song called All My Trials. It's a kind of protest song from way back. I'm glad we put it out because it actually speaks about something that's real. And it's happening. You know, there are homeless on the streets of Britain.
Right.
And I'm sure most of the people watching the programme would like it changed.
That's Paul McCartney, of course, who will be our guest on Soundcheck on our special Christmas Going Live next week. Thank you, everybody, the thousands of people who've been phoning up and voting for Stage 1. We'll be coming up with that result in, I'd say about 10 or so minutes' time. So stay with us to find out who is the winner of 1990 Going Live Stage 1. Now, 2 weeks ago, Charles Kingston and Brian Edwards made a special soapbox report on the problem of dangerous dogs. We've had a huge response from you, inspired by pictures like this.
Recently, there has been much media coverage of stories about dangerous dogs. Dogs who have, without warning, turned on their owners or members of the public in vicious attacks.
Last year, 3 people were killed in such attacks, and many scarred for life. It has been estimated by the RSPCA that 700 people a day are bitten by dogs. This is around 250,000 a year.
It's a sign of the times. It's this sort of macho image. Some of it has to do with a lack of feeling secure in one's own home, and without a lot of forethought, they, of course, have purchased an exceptionally large dog, and a dog that bred some long time ago was for protection work.
Experts believe there to be 5 major dangerous breeds in the country at the moment. These are the Alsatian, the Rottweiler, the Doberman Pinscher, the English Bull Terrier, and the American Pit Bull Terrier. But all dogs have the potential to be dangerous.
Now, many people agreed that it was more the owners who are to blame for a dog's behaviour. Natalie from Nottingham goes as far as to say that there are no so-called dangerous dogs, just dangerous owners. Now, Abhinav lives in India, but is living in Glasgow for just a year, and he makes the point that some dogs are big, but kept in small houses with very little exercise. They may get frustrated and bite. Here's a letter from someone who was bitten by a dog, and she says, I used to love dogs until I was bitten by one. It was my best friend's dog. It just turned on me. Now I'm scarred for life. I'm so scared. When I see a dog, I panic and start to cry. People say they understand, but they don't. I think that dog registration is a good idea. It will keep stray dogs off the street. I'll never forget what happened. Very strong points made there, and we're going to pass that letter on to Philip Hodson because he may have some advice about how to cope with the scars, and not just the ones on the outside either. Now, several of you wrote in about dogs wearing muzzles. Leslie and Philip from Cleveland suggested all dogs not on a lead should be muzzled. Our greyhound is muzzled whenever he's taken out. If we are responsible enough to muzzle our dog, it's high time the owners of notoriously vicious dogs took precautions with dogs who can cause serious injury. Now, Leslie and Philip went on to say that 3 weeks ago, their greyhound was attacked by a bull terrier, and it'll never be able to straighten its leg again. But Suzanne from Weymouth hates the idea. She says, I don't think that all dogs should have to wear a muzzle because it is cruel. Just because a few Rottweilers are vicious does not mean that they all are. Now, a number of people wrote in about the dog registration scheme. Many people see it as a solution to dangerous dogs because it will encourage responsible dog ownership. This letter from Gillian in Wimborne was typical. I was very upset when the dog registration scheme went downhill. Too many dogs get thrown out because people can't be bothered, and that's how dogs get vicious. What do you think? If you've got strong ideas on the subject, or perhaps you've got ideas on another subject that you'd like to see a film made about on Soapbox, if you have, then please write to us. Soapbox, going live, BBC TV, London, W12 7RJ.
Interesting stuff. Thank you very much indeed for all your comments and letters there. Look forward to hearing from you again. Pauline Quirk, Linda Robson, back again. I won't muck about, I won't waste any time because we're going to go straight onto the telephones because there are so many audiences, questions here, and also from the telephones as well. So leap to the phones first of all, and let's start straight away on line 1. Hello, who's on 1?
Hello.
Oh, there you are. You're going to share it. Sorry about that, there's a bit of confusion there.
Yeah.
About their, it's Mary, is it?
Yeah, hi, I'm Mary.
Hi, Mary. A bit of confusion over the telephones. Off you go.
Right, I want to talk to Pauline. Yeah? Don't worry, don't worry. No, it's more of a favour I want to ask you,
Oh,
really.
my goodness.
Oh, you see, people at school, apparently I'm like spitting image of you, yeah?
Oh, lucky girl.
No, don't worry about it. It's just that people at school seem to think I'm Sharon, right? And they're all calling me Sharon, you know? And I got like these 2 little 5-year-olds the other day, my friend's nieces, coming asking me for my autograph and that. I was wondering, could you please tell the 1st and 2nd year pupils of Cardinal Newman School that you do not go there?
Right.
She might do,
so
you
the
might
first
do.
and 2nd year pupils of Cardinal Newman School,
Yeah.
I do not go there.
And now it's done. There you go, Mary, all sorted. We can sort anything out on this programme.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Right.
Will you do me a favour?
What?
Will you send me a picture of you?
Yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
If you
sure.
send me a picture in of you, and then we'll show it on the telly. If we can get it by next week, if it gets through the Christmas mail, we'll show it, okay?
Yeah, all right.
All right then.
Okay then.
Have a nice Christmas. Bye.
See ya. Bye, Pauline. Bye, Linda.
See you, bye-bye. Happy Christmas.
Bye. Okay, on to the... we'll continue on the
At least
phones
it was
now.
a girl.
See what comes out of this
one.
See who comes out of line 2. Hi, who's on 2?
Kate Robinson from
Hi.
Manchester.
Hi, Kate.
Hello,
Off you go.
Kate.
Right, you know at the end of the programme how we have photographs and a video?
Yeah.
Are the photographs really of you two?
Most of the photographs are. There's actually 2 of me and my sister, Tina, because there wasn't any of Pauline at that age.
Didn't have cameras then?
No. And there's 2 of the little girls that they use in the video at the end as well. But the rest of them from sort of teenage upwards are me and Pauline.
Did you have to scrabble around in attics and things?
And
to
ask
find a
aunties in Ireland.